Good morning, my name's Sam and I work for the Wharfdale and Aireborough Circuit. The date is the 10th of April and that's 2023. So this morning I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about addiction. A couple of us went to hear some people telling their story the other night, and there was a man who was quite a bad gambling addict and his wife, and it's really good how they told the story. They sort of each told it chronologically of their own lives, and then it was the point where they met each other, and it was really interesting to see. Actually, you heard, for in terms of his addiction, you heard that side of things and how he'd lost jobs. His children didn't want to speak to him. He'd ended up homeless. He had won lots of money and put it all back on bets within a couple of days. So you heard that, which wasn't really shocking in terms of, I know I've heard a lot about addiction before, that wasn't really shocking, but what was very interesting was to hear her side of things, and actually how that was for her to be there as his support. And it was really very moving and really brave. And I think they're going around sort of like sharing their testimony with people, which I think was really helpful. And I feel that it's something that people are perhaps ashamed to admit if they're struggling with. And I think what I'd like to say is those people is, no matter how bad it is, it's not all lost. When I was younger, struggled with drugs and alcohol. I'm not really ashamed to admit that. And I had a really, really good family, a really supportive family who were there for me. But when you ask them, there was many a time when they'd had enough of me and when they couldn't cope with me. And it was from going to church, really. I'd gone as a child, and then I went back as an adult. And to be fair, I only went really to keep my mum happy, as I'd let her down so many times. And it was sitting in church and praying, and actually I just felt like a real peace, and I felt a strength that I'd not managed to muster from anywhere else. And I just think that having that relationship with God and praying when things seem that you can't manage them, praying when you're desperate, I think he answers those prayers. And I do think that that was a turning point in my life, of returning to church and actually just accepting that I don't have all the answers, and that we don't always have the strength to do these things on our own. And time again you hear stories of people with addictions, and that's what's happened. They've got to that point where they actually can't do it on their own. And I think that all of us can relate to that. All of us can relate to a time when we felt desperate and we felt really low. And I think my reflection this morning, I just wanted to talk to those people that are struggling and say to them, it's all right. It is all right. There is help out there, and nothing is ever so bad that there's not hope that it can improve. So I just wanted to pray for those people and for us all this morning. So Father, I pray for all those people with addictions and the families that support those people. And I just pray that you would come into their lives, and that you would give them that strength that they need, that strength to reach out and ask for help, that strength to make a change when things seem that they can't be changed. And I just pray that your blessing upon them, and I pray that you'll keep the family members safe, and I pray that you'll allow them to be open and speak about how they're feeling too. And I just pray, Father, that we all be more understanding of those people with addictions. I pray that we open our eyes to the world around us. I pray that we're able to be there to support others that need our help, and reach out to those who seem lost. Amen. Thank you. See you later.